Right, for the medium ones, first of all, let me go ahead and make this one a little bit bigger from maybe 0.5 to 1.1. Yeah, that's good. So to add the middle or medium crumbs, I can actually duplicate this. So Ctrl Shift D to keep the connection, but not this one. At this density. So hold Control, right click, and now we need another connection from density to an empty. Hit N and change the density factor to medium scatter. All right. I'm gonna keep all three in a same group or same geometry node. You can use a separate geometry node for each one, so that's up to you. For this one, I'm gonna go ahead and start from 0.7, and same deal. Maybe let's go 0.4, 0.2 to 0.4 for the scale. And for now, let's keep the random rotation. So to change the input mesh, simply click on here and use the medium. I'm going to go ahead and connect the medium for now. So Control, right click, and connect the medium. Yeah, that's too small. Let's go a bit bigger. Maybe around here is good. Maybe a bit bigger. Yep, it's good. So let's go do some weight painting. And for the weight painting of this one, I wanted them to be a little bit on the edge right here, not everywhere. So let's go make another vertex group and let's call this one medium, and enter weight paint. Again, for now, disable the modifier. So let's do a little bit here at the middle. Just a bit. Maybe a bit right there. Drop this to around 0.7, make it bigger. And maybe a little bit something like this. Oh, that's too much. Let's hold Control and erase. Maybe a bit stronger to the middle, and let's test it by going to add some points by going to the modifier, enable it, and you need to click on this one and choose the medium, and that's your medium breadcrumbs. Let's see both of them together by connecting the output of instance to the join geometry node. Yep, now we have both of them. So you have them both. Let's go and make the bigger one, and that's the tricky one. Grab this one and Ctrl Shift D with the connection, Control right click and connect this density factor to an empty slot. Let's go change it to let's go large scatter right there. All right, now let me see. First of all, change the input to large and connect this large to the output right there. Wow. So first of all, we need less of this big stuff. So first of all, I need to make this one a little bit thinner. Nothing's gonna happen until you apply the scale right there. Right, click on this and go back to the geometry node. Let me go ahead and disable the outline selected. It's distracting. So we need another vertex pane. Let's go ahead and call this one also large. All right. Disable the geometry node, back to text, just make sure the large is selected, back to weight paint. So for this one, I want a little bit here and maybe here, down here, right here, as you can see inside the reference, and bit up there, and maybe on the curve right there. Almost nothing at the tail. So switch to blur, bigger brush, blur this right there, and add the red spots again. All right, now let's see that in action. Empty this and large. Oh, you can't see anything because I actually need the joint geometry. So hold Control and connect this one to the geometry join, and yeah, that's there. So let's drop the count to maybe 0.3, maybe even less, and more space between them. All right, not bad. Now I wanted to rotate them along the normal. So for the rotations, actually, we don't need to have this one for the scale, or just this one for the rotation. So let's go ahead and search for align AO layer to vector right there, and use the normal from this normal output, the vector right there. I believe we need to rotate along the Z, so let me find the Z. And let's multiply it. Oh, first of all, let me see that. Just see that. Yeah, that's kind of rotating along the z-axis to the surface. So as you can see, it's reacting to the surface of the shrimp. So let's go ahead and add a vector mat. So vector mat here, connect this random to this, and combine these two together to rotate the shape. So for the rotation, let's go 7. Let's go 6, and maybe let's go 5 for the XYZ. And minimum, let's go 0.4 maybe, and maybe 2, maybe 3. It's random enough. Another thing we need to do is a bending. So we can do bending inside the geometry node. Doesn't have any node for the bending. You have to combine a bunch of nodes together to make it bend. But you have another option. Just select the bigger one right there and add a deformation of simple deform right there. Change it to bend and bend it along your desired axis right there. You see? Or maybe even twist it. All right. That's one way to do it. Another is to, let's see. After this input, the large crumbs, we need to add a set position to define the position of the crumb right there before connecting to the scatter, or what that called the instance point. And we need a position node, so search for position. Now we need to separate the XYZ. So let's go and find the separate XYZ. Connect this. Now we need to combine the XYZ. So combine XYZ. But before that, we need a mat node of multiply. So connect the Z to the value and connect that to the X. All right. Now search for vector rotate. Where is it? Vector rotate right here. Connect the output vector to the angle and position to the vector right there. All right. Now connect the output result to the position. Now you have option to change the bend by using the multiply. But as you can see, it's right now making it a twist. Why? Because here we have the axis of Z enabled. So this angle right now is affecting the Z axis. So let's go and zero that out and put 1 in the X, maybe. Let me check. Or maybe to the Y. Yeah, that's the stuff. Now you have a bending effect going on. How cool is that? So depending on your need, can keep this one or use the bending effect of the crumb. I'm gonna keep that right there. Alrighty, now let's see some of these random values for rotation. We make them a little bit more random and a little bit of space between them. Oh, not this. Where is it? Here, yeah. Now a little bit of scale random. So right, to do that, I need a random value again. A random value right here. All right. Let's connect that to the scale. And let's go from maybe 0.4 maybe to 1. You have more control. Let's go ahead and add a vector math and change that to multiply. Connect this one to the second vector, and let's go and add a value. Connect that to the first. And that's gonna control the overall value. This one, randomness. That one, overall scale. So let's skip it maybe around here and go back to the join geometry up here. Connect the medium and connect the smaller one. Right there. For this smaller one, I believe we need a little bit more scale. Right about here. All right. And let's clean this node tree right here. Also, it's worth mentioning, you can actually have control over the scale by connecting the vertex paint or weight paint to the here, the scale. So if I go ahead and grab the large scatter here and put it into the scale, it's affecting the scale based on weight paint. So if you want to, you can go ahead and add a bunch of vertex paint, weight paint, and use them as scale. So it's a good option to have right there. So now we have start, 3 crumbs, join, and output. All right, to have control over each material, actually need to have maybe add store name attributes, but let's leave that when we're adding material. So first of all, let's save the project and go to render. Let's see that overall, not bad. This smaller one, let's make this one thinner as well. So right there, and apply the scale. See the result. Yeah, not bad. Maybe a bit more bigger one needed later. So that's the crumb for you. So next, let's make a plate. So going to make that in the center. So let's go ahead, grab all of the meshes and put them aside. And let's go join this area. And make another collection. Let's call this one plate. And let's see, a plate of maybe 70-80 centimeter to maybe 25 centimeters. Not that bad. So let's go ahead and add a let's just start with the plan. So 8 centimeter, 18, maybe. Is that enough? Maybe this is enough. Yeah. So let's go to the top view. This is our x-axis, so we need to scale it down on this side. Let's go in the view panel and towards the y-axis. Let's go maybe 180. No, so 350 by maybe 200, 250. Yeah, that's good. So apply the scale and let's go ahead build our plate. So to do that, first of all, subdivide and delete these 3 faces. Add a mirror modifier, X and Y, clipping and edit. All right. Now, let's go ahead and insert edge loop right about here. Another one right about here. Right. And grab this 4. Push them. Oh, not this one. Sorry about that. Grab this outer edge and push that out maybe around here. Right. Now let's add insert edge right here and right here. A subsurf modifier. Let's check that. 2 iteration. Let's GG slide this one down. GG slide this one down to have a little bit of curve right here at the edges, even more. So GG more, GG right here. And this is our plate base mesh. So now we can go ahead, apply the, no, not subdivision. So before subdivision, let's go ahead, apply mirror, now subdivision. All right, now a thickness. So solidify. Make it really thick. Maybe around here. All right, now enter maybe even more. So let's go 3. Yep. Now apply the solidify and enter edit mode and insert edge